The Patriots and Seahawks, still very different teams, different coaches, different rosters, and it was a very different ball game.
Tonight, he has a chance to launch the Hoosiers into uncharted territory. 16-0 record, we've only seen this done once.
A lot of opinions shared, a lot of controversy, but none about the Hoosiers.
This field has so many potential horses that could win this thing. I think a lot of people are keeping an eye on Sovereignty. The World Series Game 6 in 2020, or you're borderline hitting a 300 perfect game. Which one's more pressure?
What's the pitch that you trust the most, and can you show me the grip that you hold it with?
36-1 odds currently is what you can get for East Avenue. Country House was able to come out on top, but he gets it outright this time. A little different story, though, in the ACC tournament, and of course the Cards able to turn things around.
What will Cards fans be doing outside of the Spectrum Center when their Cards aren't dominating on the court? Let's find out.
In left field, Gavin Lux, coming over from the Los Angeles Dodgers, just won a World Series. He mostly played second base with the Dodgers. Everybody's keying on Chucky Hepburn, right? But the Cards have two legitimate point guards.
There are two different standards, right? There are the standards of the organizations that want to just be a part of the fight. And then you have the Dodgers standard, which is we want to be the champions and own the league and dominate year in, year out.
One of the most fascinating things to watch is everybody in the crowd wearing those glasses.
I just ran into head coach Marvin Dantzler, who was talking to me about the most locked-in person here, and it's not a person, it's a possum. But anything is possible for Central to win this game tonight.
We're going to see the greatest athletes of all time on top of a sheet driving a bet. You don't see anything like this anywhere else, but instead, in the state of Kentucky, here in Louisville, we get that opportunity today.
Was playing in the World Series similar to that feeling of waking up on Christmas Day?
I'd say very equivalent.
And today, the Louisville Bats recognizing this very factual information by having Rabies Awareness Night. This is why, everybody. It's that moment right there. That was history. Never been a bigger day in the history of Racing Louisville's franchise than on Saturday. For the first time playing in postseason action on the road in our nation's capital, Racing the 7 seed, taking on 2nd seed Washington Spirit. 73rd minute we go, scoreless game. It's Gift Monday with a gift. Heads it on in, and it's 1-0 in favor of Washington Spirit. The back's against the wall for Racing here. 2 minutes into stoppage time. Courtney Peterson, though, finds Kayla Fisher, who finds the net for the biggest goal in Racing Louisville history. Ties things up at 1. We'd have 2 scoreless extra periods. So we go to PKs, where Bethany Balser gets this one to go. It's 1-0 Racing, but Rebecca Bernal counters. Tied at 1. Ellie Jean, it's a little too tall, still tied. Esme Morgan takes advantage with the goal. It's 2-1 Washington. Marissa DeGrande gets this one stuffed. Hal Hirschfeld with the goal makes it 3-1. So Racing needs to score, but Ari Borges has this one stuffed. The dream is over for Racing. They fall in PKs 3-1. Their season comes to a close at the hands of Washington Spirit on the road. What a year it was, though, for Racing to make it to the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Well, after hearing their name called Tuesday night in the first college football playoff rankings reveal show, the now 15th ranked Cards knew they still had plenty of work ahead of them. And on Saturday night, looking to prevent a Calgorithm takeover, hosting, of course, the Cal Golden Bears, which somehow are still part of the Atlantic Coast Conference, even though they play in California. First quarter after Cal missed a field goal to open the drive, Duke Watson 1-yard carry for the score. It's 7-0 Cards. But on the other end, Cal's quarterback, JKS, finds Landon Morris. Morris with the grab and the score. 20-yard touchdown ties things up. Both teams would trade field goals. Second quarter, it's 13-10 Cards. Kendrick Raphael, though, 2-yard carry for the score. Makes it 17-13. Cal takes the lead. Third quarter, it's 20-13 Cal. Miller Moss with a 1-yard touchdown rush ties things up at 20. We go to overtime. Cards offense can't get anything going, but Cooper Ranvier gets this one to go 49 yards out, makes it 26-23 Cards. It would be 4th and goal for Cal. Cal going for the win instead of the tie, and sure pays off. JKS finds Jacob DeJesus for the walk-off touchdown pass. Cal upsets the Cards on U of L's home field, 29-26 in overtime. Heartbreaking. This is the second loss for U of L this year, and also both losses coming in overtime.
Penalties that have hurt us throughout the year just continue to happen. It's just really dumb. Some of them might be a little questionable, I understand, but just really dumb penalties. We got to make better decisions. We got to stand in there and play tougher. Disappointing loss. This one stings and hurts. It's supposed to.
At the end of the day, we can't, leave it in their hands. We got to go make the plays when they're there, and obviously starts with me. So hard to point to one thing right now, but obviously it wasn't good enough to come out with a win.
Brutal loss for the Cards. They will host Clemson, looking to try and come back in the victory column. They'll play on Friday. Well, after winning their first SEC game in over a year, Mark Stoops and UK returning home on Saturday evening to take on a fellow 3-5 conference foe, the Florida Gators. We go to the action in the first quarter. It's DJ Lagway. Throws this one over the middle to Jaden Baugh, his running back. 10-yard score. 7-3 Florida has the lead. Second quarter, though, this was a different Cats team. I think anybody could say that, especially with this beautiful pass. Cutter Bully finds J.J. Hester. 45-yard touchdown strike. Cats take his 10-7 lead. This time it's Bully dropping back, airs it out, finds Jason Patterson. That's a touchdown pass. Makes it 17-7. Cats extend the lead. Then the running game getting involved. Seth McGowan, 2-yard carry, makes it look easy. It's 24-7. There were 7 turnovers, by the way, in the first half. In the third quarter, it's McGowan again. 5-yard touchdown. This one is starting to become a laugher. 31-7 in favor of the Cats. Fourth quarter, Dante Dowdle. They make everybody laugh and make everybody go home happy. 65-yard, nail in the coffin, rushing touchdown. Where did this come from? The Cats, after struggling all season on offense, dominate 38-7, pulling the starters with 8 minutes left in the game, securing their second SEC victory, their first 30-point conference win since 1998. Unbelievable what's happened the last 2 games for the Cats. Meanwhile, the Indiana Hoosiers opened the season ranked 20th in the country. Penn State ranked 2nd. But on Saturday, the two going head-to-head in Happy Valley, the Hoosiers ranked 2nd, and Penn State unranked after firing their head coach and losing 5 straight. First quarter, Fernando Mendoza scrambling, keeping it himself, and that's an 18-yard touchdown into the end zone, 7-0 IU. Second quarter, though, Nicholas Singleton counters. 2-yard carry for the score. You'll hear a lot more from him. Tied at 7. It's 10-7 IU. Kalen Black takes this carry. 1 yard out for the score. It's 17-7. IU takes the lead and extends it here. Fourth quarter, it's 20-10. Singleton up the gut in the end zone. It's a 3-point game. IU still up 20-17. Mendoza rarely makes mistakes, but right here, this was a huge error. Picked off, sets up Penn State beautifully, and it's Ethan Grunkemeyer dropping back, dumps it off to guess who? Singleton. Makes a cut, and into the end zone he goes. 19 yards out for the score. It's 24-20. Penn State has the lead, but Mendoza would lead a legendary drive down the field that's capped by this. Pass to Omar Cooper Jr. in the back of the end zone. They call it a touchdown. Was it? 2 feet in. How do you do that? Touchdown pass is the play of the year. It saves the perfect season. The Hoosiers are 10-0 after escaping with an unbelievable 27-24 victory. You can't write it up, folks. That's one of the best plays you will see all season long. Let's go to college basketball. The Bellarmine men on the road at K-State on Saturday evening. The Knights falling, though, to the Wildcats by a final of 98-71, still searching for that first victory of the season. All right, that'll do it for sports. We will be right back after the break. We're just a week after the finale of Stranger Things, and yes, it does take place in Hawkins, Indiana. Well, we actually had the chance earlier today to make a trip to Hawkins, Indiana. It's actually just down the road, about 51 miles away. But let's set up the scene right here. Let's make it more cinematic. Take a look. Hawkins was never supposed to matter. Indiana was never supposed to be here. Two worlds merging in the state of Georgia, with the destination being this small town, a very familiar one, bringing in many from across the world.
This is where people come from. to Jackson.
Despite the chaos that defined what Hawkins, Indiana now is, something equally as strange taking place in Bloomington, Indiana. The Hoosiers going into the season, the most losses in college football history, but this year, winning every street fight put up against them this season.
Stranger Things, people saying it's in Hawkins and everything, and getting niche references from there, talking about Indiana in some parts, like Signetti said, part of the movie.
And in due time, a presence very similar to Vecna himself, the Oregon Ducks, a presence and a strength that's capable of turning Indiana's season upside down.
A game this is. It's massive for our careers. It's massive for the Indiana program.
And as the sound of ABBA's Fernando echoes once again through Stranger Things.
If you want us to play Fernando, we will. It's a great song. Anytime they play ABBA, I always say yes.
It's a great song by ABBA.
We were certainly singing it along the streets of New York City a couple weeks ago.
A lot of videos, TikToks, and things of that. I did not know it came from Stranger Things, though.
It was kind of like a joke with all my friends.
The song now blares for Indiana's Heisman-winning quarterback, building a legacy of his own.
And now it just accelerated to a whole nother level.
It's a story gripping a national fan base while also pulling Hoosiers deeper into a moment they never believed was possible.
It's just on a whole other level.
So, of course, what you saw right there was the little town that is Jackson, Georgia. We had Hawkins headquarters there. We also had an escape room there. And, yes, we saw the Max Zia as well. It's safe to say that Indiana, they'd been under Vecna's curse for many, many years. But this time around, trying to reverse the curse. And, of course, this time trying to write a never-ending story. Indiana taking on Oregon on Friday at the Peach Bowl, just down the road from us here in Atlanta at 7:30. I'll send it back to you guys.
It was awesome, Dusty. You can't find a bigger fan in the world of Stranger Things than Dusty Baker.